Step back in time to the world of Starsky and Hutch, 1975 to 1979, the iconic buddy cop show that defined a generation with its high-speed chases, gritty action, and unforgettable characters. While the show's stars brought drama and excitement to the screen, their real lives were often filled with struggles, losses, and personal battles that were rarely seen by fans. This article reveals the untold, often heartbreaking stories of how the 36 cast members of Starsky and Hutch faced their final moments. From shocking health battles to tragic accidents, these are the real-life stories that add a poignant depth to the legacy of a series loved by millions. Join us as we pay tribute to the stars who shaped an era and remember the paths that led them to their final chapters. David Soul was born on August 28, 1943, in Chicago, Illinois. He became widely known for his role as Detective Ken Hutch Hutchinson in the hit TV show Starsky and Hutch from 1975 to 1979. The character was known for his calm, reasoned approach to crime fighting, which complemented his partner Starsky's more fiery nature. Soul's performance in the role earned him a massive fan following. Beyond his TV career, Soul ventured into music, releasing several albums, though his post-Starsky and Hutch years saw a variety of career highs and lows. He had several marriages, with one notable union to actress and model Patty Carnell, with whom he had a son. However, his personal life was marred by struggles, including a battle with substance abuse that took a toll on his career and relationships. His life took a tragic turn when he faced a series of personal losses, including the untimely passing of close friends and colleagues. Despite his struggles, he found peace in his later years. David Soul passed away on January 4, 2024, at the age of 80, due to natural causes. Lynne Marta, born on October 30, 1945, in Somerville, New Jersey, brought the character of Helen Carnahan to life in Starsky and Hutch in 1975. Helen was a compassionate and strong-willed woman, often seen providing emotional depth to the show's storylines. Marta's career, however, was not limited to Starsky and Hutch. She also made appearances in other popular TV shows like The Rockford Files and The Love Boat. Though she enjoyed a successful career, her personal life was not without its own challenges. Marta had been married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. She had 2 children, whose lives were kept largely out of the public eye. The actress was known for her resilience, but her later years were marked by struggles with health, including a battle with cancer. Lynne passed away on January 11, 2024, at the age of 78 in Los Angeles, California, after a brave battle with the disease. Her passing left a void in the hearts of her fans and fellow cast members, particularly as she had been an integral part of the Starsky and Hutch ensemble. Bernie Hamilton, born on June 12, 1928, in East Los Angeles, California, was best known for playing Captain Harold Dobby in Starsky and Hutch, 1975 to 1979. Captain Dobby was the dependable and authoritative figure who always had his officers' backs, despite their unconventional methods. Hamilton's portrayal of Dobby added a grounding, fatherly presence to the series. Prior to his role on Starsky and Hutch, Bernie Hamilton had a distinguished career in both film and television, with appearances in various genres. In his personal life, Hamilton had to endure significant hardship, including struggles with the racial inequalities he faced in Hollywood during his early career. His love life was relatively private, though he had family support through his journey. In 2008, Bernie Hamilton faced a great personal tragedy with the death of his dear friend and co-star. This loss deeply affected him, contributing to his own health struggles. Hamilton passed away on December 30, 2008, at the age of 80, due to cardiac arrest. Chuck Hicks, born on December 26, 1927, in Stockton, California, is best remembered for his portrayal of Marty in Starsky and Hutch in 1975. Known for his imposing stature, Hicks was often cast in tough, action-packed roles, which suited his background as a stuntman. Marty, the rugged character he played in Starsky and Hutch, was an unforgettable presence in the early episodes of the show. Hicks' career also saw him work on several high-profile films and TV shows, including The Wild Wild West and Mission Impossible. He was married, though details about his family life remain scarce, and he did not have any widely known children. Chuck Hicks' life, however, was marked by personal tragedies, including the sudden loss of his best friend and co-stars over the years. After a long life, Chuck passed away on May 4, 2021, at the age of 93 in Las Vegas, Nevada, due to complications from a stroke, leaving behind a legacy in both acting and stunt work. Peter MacLean, born on January 2, 1936, in Dorchester, Massachusetts, appeared as Judge Raymond McClellan on Starsky and Hutch in 1976. MacLean's role as the stern yet fair judge added a unique legal dimension to the show, often balancing the unpredictable actions of Starsky and Hutch. Outside of his television career, MacLean had a robust presence in both film and television, including guest roles in other popular series. He was known for his professionalism and dedication to the craft, yet his personal life was not without difficulty. MacLean struggled with balancing his demanding career and family life, which led to a strained marriage. He also faced the personal heartbreak of losing several close friends, including the passing of his Starsky and Hutch co-stars. His health took a serious downturn when he was diagnosed with lymphoma, which he bravely battled in his later years. Peter MacLean died on May 28, 2003, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 67, following complications from his illness. Daryl Zwerling, born on September 9, 1928, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, became a notable face in television with his role as Mr. Thistleman in Starsky and Hutch in 1977. Mr. Thistleman was a quirky character who brought a unique comedic element to the show. Zwerling's career spanned decades, with appearances in films and television, including The Odd Couple and All in the Family, where his roles often involved eccentric or offbeat characters. Though Daryl's career brought him into the spotlight, his personal life remained relatively private. He was married once, but details about his spouse and children are not widely known. Tragically, Daryl Zwerling's life was marked by the loss of many close friends, including fellow actors and colleagues. His death on April 11, 2014, at the age of 85 in Hollywood, California, was attributed to undisclosed causes, leaving behind a legacy of memorable roles in film and television. Dave Shelley, born on March 5, 1931, became known for his role as Jeffrey Mills in Starsky and Hutch, 1975. Jeffrey Mills was an enigmatic character whose mysterious aura and intricate storylines stood out in the series. Shelley's acting ability brought nuance to the role, making it one of the most memorable appearances in the show. His career spanned several decades, but it was this role that marked his most significant recognition. Shelley's personal life was marked by periods of struggle, and he faced personal challenges in his later years. His first marriage, which ended in a difficult divorce, left him with emotional scars that lingered for much of his life. Despite this, Shelley found peace in his second marriage, and together, they had 2 children. However, as he grew older, his health began to deteriorate. In his final years, Shelley battled cancer, a disease that would ultimately take his life. On June 27, 1989, at the age of 58, he passed away in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, from complications related to the disease. Ken Kercheval, born on July 15, 1935, in Wolcottville, Indiana, played the role of Deputy D.A. Claiborne in Starsky and Hutch, 1979. Claiborne was a morally driven character, often caught in the web of legal and ethical dilemmas. Kercheval's career was marked by his versatile acting abilities, and he is perhaps best known for his role in Dallas. His personal life, however, was far from glamorous. Kercheval struggled with alcoholism and went through multiple failed marriages. He was married 4 times, but the relationships often ended in heartbreak and divorce. His family life was complicated, and he often struggled with balancing fame and personal responsibilities. In the later years of his life, Kercheval faced declining health and the effects of long-term smoking. He eventually contracted pneumonia, which led to his death on April 21, 2019, in Clinton, Indiana, at the age of 83. Despite his personal challenges, Kercheval remained a respected figure in the entertainment industry until his passing. Suzanne Somers was born on October 16, 1946, in San Bruno, California. She appeared as Jane Hutton in Starsky and Hutch in 1975. Jane Hutton was an intelligent and charming character who brought a sense of elegance to the series, making Suzanne Somers a fan favorite. Somers would go on to become a star, especially with her role in Three's Company, but her career wasn't without its challenges. She faced personal hardships, including the breakdown of her marriage to her first husband, which was widely publicized. However, she later found happiness in her marriage to businessman Alan Hamel, with whom she had 2 children. Somers became a strong advocate for health and wellness, even after battling various health issues, including breast cancer. Tragically, she lost her long-fought battle with cancer, passing away on October 15, 2023, just a day shy of her 77th birthday. The disease had spread to her brain, marking a sad and untimely end to a life of resilience and success. LaWanda Page, born on October 19, 1920, in Cleveland, Ohio, portrayed the quick-witted Mrs. Swader in Starsky and Hutch, 1977. Mrs. Swader, with her sharp tongue and bold personality, was a fan favorite who brought humor and a unique edge to the series. Page was a trailblazer for African-American actresses, with a career that spanned television, film, and stand-up comedy. Her personal life, however, was filled with hardship. She faced financial difficulties and battled with depression throughout much of her life. Page was married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. She had 1 daughter, but their relationship was strained, as Page's career often took precedence over family. As she grew older, Page struggled with her health, and diabetes took a toll on her well-being. In her later years, she lived alone in Los Angeles, and her death came as a result of complications from diabetes. LaWanda Page passed away on September 14, 2002, at the age of 81 in Hollywood, California, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and resilience, despite her personal hardships. Charles Cyphers was born on July 28, 1939, in Niagara Falls, New York. He portrayed Arthur Cole in Starsky and Hutch in 1976. Cole was a complex character, often caught in morally gray situations that made Cyphers' portrayal stand out. Cyphers' career spanned decades, and he became well known for his versatility, appearing in a variety of genres, including horror films like Halloween. He had a strong, stable family life, having been married for many years, though he faced the same challenges of balancing family with a demanding career. Cyphers was devastated by the loss of several close friends and colleagues, including the untimely passing of his Starsky and Hutch co-stars. He faced his own health issues later in life, including a brief but intense illness, which ultimately led to his passing on August 4, 2024, at the age of 85. Cyphers' death marked the end of an era for many fans who remembered him not just for his iconic roles, but for the warmth and kindness he brought to the screen. Robert Tessier was born on June 2, 1934, in Lowell, Massachusetts. He played the role of Soldier in Starsky and Hutch in 1979. Soldier was a menacing, no-nonsense character who fit Tessier's typecasting as tough, intimidating figures, often seen in villainous roles. Tessier's prior experience as a paratrooper and his work as a stuntman gave his performances a sense of authenticity and edge, making him a memorable presence on screen. Off-screen, Tessier faced his own personal battles. He had a tumultuous career in Hollywood, with his tough guy image often contrasting with a more vulnerable side that struggled to maintain relationships. Tessier had a difficult time balancing his love life and career, with a marriage that ultimately ended in divorce. He faced the ultimate tragedy in his final years, battling cancer. His death on October 11, 1990, at the age of 56, came after a brave fight against the disease, which took him far too soon. Fran Ryan, born on November 29, 1916, in Los Angeles, California, was a seasoned actress who portrayed the tough, no-nonsense landlady in Starsky and Hutch in 1976. Fran's portrayal of this character brought a unique blend of humor and grit, becoming one of the series' most memorable supporting characters. Throughout her career, Ryan built a diverse resume with roles in both television and film, including The Waltons and Petticoat Junction. Her personal life, however, was not without sadness. Fran was married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce, and she never had children. She had a deep love for animals, which provided her with comfort after the loss of her two beloved siblings. Despite facing many challenges in her personal life, including the pain of loneliness, she remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. Fran Ryan passed away on January 15, 2000, at the age of 83 due to natural causes. Angus Duncan was born on July 11, 1936, in Copenhagen, Denmark. In Starsky and Hutch, 1977, he portrayed FBI agent Waldheim, a character who exuded authority and determination as he investigated high-stakes cases. His commanding presence and methodical approach made him an integral part of the series. Duncan's career spanned several decades, with roles in both television and film, but he never quite achieved the level of fame he had hoped for. His personal life was marked by struggles with loneliness and isolation. Duncan had been married once, but the relationship ended in divorce after a decade of marriage. Though he had 2 children from the union, he struggled to maintain a connection with them due to his often demanding career. One of his biggest tragedies was the sudden death of his close friend and colleague, actor John Houseman, in 1988. The loss deeply affected Duncan, and it was a blow he never fully recovered from. His health deteriorated in the early 2000s, and after a battle with cancer, Angus Duncan passed away on March 22, 2007, at the age of 70. Alex Rocco, born on February 29, 1936, in Cambridge, Massachusetts, is perhaps best remembered for his role as Thomas Callender in Starsky and Hutch in 1977. Callender was a crafty and manipulative figure, intricately woven into the series' darker plots. Rocco's gravelly voice and powerful screen presence made him perfect for playing such a role, and his ability to bring gravitas to his characters earned him a place in Hollywood. His career spanned decades, including a notable performance in The Godfather, where he portrayed the infamous Moe Greene. Off-screen, Alex Rocco's life was filled with personal triumphs and struggles. He was married 3 times, and he had 2 children, one of whom tragically died in a car accident at a young age, a heartbreak that deeply affected him. His personal relationships were often turbulent, though he found a sense of peace later in life. Rocco battled with addiction issues earlier in his career but overcame them and used his experiences to help others. Sadly, after a battle with pancreatic cancer, Alex Rocco passed away on July 18, 2015, at the age of 79 in Studio City, California. Blackie Dammett, born on December 7, 1939, played the role of Charlie Deke in Starsky and Hutch, 1977. Charlie Deke was a volatile and unpredictable character who added a sense of danger to the series. Dammett's portrayal of the tough, gritty character made him a standout guest star. His life, however, was far from the action-packed thrill of his on-screen roles. Dammett's career was marked by a series of ups and downs, with periods of obscurity followed by brief moments of recognition. His personal life was filled with turmoil, including multiple failed marriages and a strained relationship with his children. Dammett's first marriage ended in divorce after 8 years, and his second, to actress Judith Gibson, also faltered. In his later years, Dammett's life was overshadowed by the tragic decline in his health. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, which robbed him of his memories and independence. A particularly heartbreaking moment for Dammett came in 2015, when his lifelong friend and fellow actor, Robert Urich, passed away from cancer. Dammett died on May 12, 2021, at the age of 81, due to complications from Alzheimer's. Jophery C. Brown, born on January 22, 1945, in Grambling, Louisiana, made a significant mark on Starsky and Hutch in 1975 with his role as Hood, a dangerous and unpredictable character. Brown was unique not just for his acting talent but also for his athletic background, having been a Major League Baseball pitcher before transitioning to acting. His time in the world of sports provided him with the discipline and physicality that he brought to the screen, making him an award-winning stuntman. His career included notable performances in other TV shows and films, where he became known for his ability to perform daring stunts. Despite his success, Jophery faced many personal hardships. He was married twice, and his second marriage ended in divorce, a situation that weighed heavily on him. The loss of several close friends in the entertainment industry, including the tragic deaths of his former stunt colleagues, left him heartbroken. One of the hardest blows came with his battle against cancer, which he fought privately. Jophery C. Brown passed away on January 11, 2014, at the age of 68, from complications related to cancer. Nicholas Worth, born on September 4, 1937, in St. Louis, Missouri, played the role of Al in Starsky and Hutch in 1976. Al was a menacing figure, a reflection of Worth's typical roles as a villain. With his towering presence and intense gaze, Worth easily embodied the character of a ruthless antagonist. His career was primarily built around playing tough guys in both film and television, with roles in The Exterminator and The A-Team solidifying his status as a favorite of the action genre. Off-screen, Nicholas had a tumultuous personal life. He had several marriages, the most significant of which was to his second wife, who tragically passed away from an illness during their marriage, leaving him devastated. The loss deeply affected him, and he struggled with depression in the years that followed. Nicholas Worth's own health eventually became a concern, and he battled with heart issues before his death. Nicholas passed away on May 7, 2007, at the age of 69 due to heart failure. Jose Ferrer was born on January 8, 1912, in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He portrayed the unpredictable and dangerous Crazy Joey Fortune in Starsky and Hutch in 1976. Ferrer was an accomplished actor, known for his impressive career on stage and screen. His performance as Crazy Joey Fortune added a layer of intrigue and madness to the show, and he was particularly well known for his work in Cyrano de Bergerac, 1950, for which he won an Academy Award. His personal life was equally dramatic, marked by his marriage to actress Rosemary Clooney and their eventual divorce. They had 2 children together, but the marriage was a difficult one, fraught with public turmoil. Ferrer was also known for his long-running struggle with health issues, including a battle with cancer. His tragic passing occurred on January 26, 1992, in Coral Gables, Florida, at the age of 80. His death was attributed to colorectal cancer, a condition that had taken a severe toll on his body. William Prince, born on January 26, 1913, in Nichols, New York, played James Marshall Gunther in Starsky and Hutch, 1979. Gunther was a cunning and sophisticated character, often embroiled in intricate schemes that added depth to the show. Prince's long career spanned both stage and screen, and he was recognized for his ability to portray men of power and influence. Despite his professional success, his personal life was fraught with struggles. Prince had been married twice, and both marriages ended in divorce. He had 3 children, but his relationships with them were strained due to his devotion to his career. In his later years, Prince faced a series of personal tragedies, including the death of his youngest son in a car accident in 1983. This loss deeply affected him and he struggled to cope with the grief. Another tragedy struck in 1992 when Prince's close friend, actor Richard Boone, passed away, leaving him with a sense of profound loss. Prince passed away on October 8, 1996, at the age of 83, from pneumonia. Richard Lynch was born on February 12, 1940, in Brooklyn, New York. He played the role of Hitman Zane in Starsky and Hutch in 1975, a character known for his ruthless and menacing nature. Lynch's portrayal of Zane became one of his most iconic roles, showcasing his ability to embody villainous characters. Before his Hollywood success, Lynch had a turbulent personal life, including struggles with addiction, which led to multiple rehabilitation stints. He would later turn his life around, finding peace and stability. Lynch was married twice and had 3 children, though both marriages ended in divorce. He was a dedicated father but was deeply affected by the loss of several close friends in the industry. The most devastating blow came when his good friend, actor, and fellow Starsky and Hutch star passed away. He was never quite the same after that. Tragically, Lynch's own life came to an end on June 19, 2012, when he passed away at the age of 72 from a heart attack in Yucca Valley, California. Michael Conrad, born on October 16, 1925, in New York City, New York, brought his commanding presence to the role of Captain Mike Ferguson in Starsky and Hutch in 1975. As a stern and authoritative figure, Captain Ferguson was a staple in many of the show's high-intensity scenes. Conrad's career spanned decades, with his work in television, including his iconic role in Hill Street Blues, solidifying him as a memorable character actor. His life, however, was marked by tragedy. He had been married several times, but his personal life was tumultuous. His second wife, whom he loved deeply, passed away unexpectedly, leaving him emotionally shattered. Michael also faced his own health struggles later in life, including the discovery of urethral cancer. During his battle with the disease, Michael's colleagues and fans rallied behind him, but his condition continued to worsen. Despite his health challenges, Michael continued to act until his death, which came on November 22, 1983, at the age of 58. Paul Picerni was born on December 1, 1922, in New York City, New York. He appeared in Starsky and Hutch in 1976 as Patsy Cairo, a character who brought a gritty and complex element to the show, often involved in the darker, criminal aspects of the storyline. Picerni's career spanned over 5 decades, where he played various roles, often portraying tough, authoritative figures. His big break came in the 1950s with his roles in The Untouchables and the FBI. On a personal level, Picerni experienced both joy and pain. He married in 1948 to his wife, who later became his widow after his passing. They had 3 children together, though their family life was often marked by the pressures of his demanding career. Tragedy struck in his later years when Paul suffered a heart attack, which ultimately led to his passing on January 12, 2011, in Palmdale, California, at the age of 88. His death came as a shock to his loved ones and fans alike. Jean-Pierre Aumont was born on January 5, 1911. In Starsky and Hutch, he played Captain LaRue, a sophisticated, strategic figure entangled in high-stakes situations. Aumont brought an air of elegance and authority to the role, using his extensive theatrical background to bring depth to the character. His career, which spanned decades in both film and theater, was marked by significant highs, including working with famed directors like Jean Renoir and appearing in classic films. Yet his personal life was often a roller coaster of emotional turmoil. Aumont's first marriage to actress Maria Montez ended tragically in her untimely death in 1951. This loss devastated him, leaving him emotionally scarred for years. He later married actress and model Marissa Pavin, with whom he had 2 children, but that relationship too faced difficulties. One of his darkest moments came when his second wife died suddenly in 1968, leaving him to raise his children alone. However, his health deteriorated in the final years of his life, and after a series of heart complications, he passed away on January 30, 2001, at the age of 90, due to a heart attack. Paul Burke, born on July 21, 1926, in New Orleans, Louisiana, took on the role of Lieutenant Ted Cameron in Starsky and Hutch in 1976. His portrayal of a principled and dedicated police officer made him a perfect fit for the show's gritty world. Burke's career spanned several decades, with significant roles in both film and television, but he is perhaps best remembered for his role in Starsky and Hutch. Off-screen, his personal life was often overshadowed by the challenges he faced. He was married twice, and while his first marriage ended in divorce, he found happiness with his second wife, though their time together was short-lived. The couple had 1 son, but their family was impacted by the tragic death of Paul's son at a young age, an event that caused deep grief for the actor. Paul also faced severe health struggles, and his battle with leukemia and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma was public, though he continued to work and act through his illness. Paul Burke passed away on September 13, 2009, at the age of 83. Michael Lerner, born on June 22, 1941, played the role of Fat Raleigh in Starsky and Hutch. Fat Raleigh was a character who added both menace and humor, a mix that brought complexity to his portrayal. Lerner's career in television and film spanned over 5 decades, and he became known for his diverse roles. Despite his success, his personal life had its fair share of difficulties. He was married twice, first to actress Christina Applegate, with whom he had a son, Jonathan, but the marriage ended in divorce. Later, he married playwright Barbara Roberts, with whom he had 2 more children. However, his personal happiness was clouded by the tragic loss of his brother, who passed away suddenly in a car accident in 1990. This event haunted Lerner, and he struggled with depression following the loss. He also faced significant health challenges in his later years, including complications from seizures. His final years were marked by a decline in his health, and Michael Lerner passed away on April 8, 2023, at the age of 81, due to complications from brain seizures. Charles Napier was born on April 12, 1936. In Starsky and Hutch, he played John Brown Harris, a tough, authoritative character whose strong performance left a lasting impression on viewers. Napier's career spanned multiple decades, and he became known for his versatility in both action-packed roles and comedic performances. He married twice, first to actress Janet Napier and later to a woman named Mary Ann. He had 3 children, but his family life was not without its tensions. His first marriage ended in a bitter divorce, and his relationship with his children was strained at times. In the late 1990s, Napier's life took a darker turn when his beloved sister was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Her death in 2001 was a devastating blow, and it marked the beginning of a series of health challenges for Napier. His physical health deteriorated over the next decade, and in 2011, he passed away on October 5, 2011, at the age of 75, due to complications from blood clots. Janet Margolin was born on July 25, 1943. She appeared as Dr. Judith Kaufman in Starsky and Hutch, a compassionate and intelligent character who played a crucial role in supporting the protagonists. Margolin's career was defined by her delicate yet strong performances, often portraying characters that brought warmth and understanding. She married actor Richard Benjamin in 1961, and they had 2 children together, a son named Benjamin and a daughter, Francesca. Despite their initial happiness, their marriage was rocked by a series of personal struggles, including the stress of balancing their acting careers with family life. Tragically, in 1987, Margolin was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, a battle that would define the remainder of her life. Despite fighting valiantly, her condition worsened over the years, and she was unable to recover from the disease. A particularly painful blow for Margolin was the sudden death of her close friend and fellow actress, a loss she took deeply to heart. Janet Margolin passed away on December 17, 1993, at the age of 50, due to ovarian cancer. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Starsky and Hutch, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.